What's up, gang? Y'all know what the fuck going on? We are back in this bitch with another video.
You can't steal somebody else's intro.
I thought that was funny though.
Well, let's give credit where credit is due.
We got that from Steph and Tasha.
Period. Anyway, so yeah, today we are here to give y'all a story time that a lot of people requested. Like they text me and DM'd me and stuff, and they wanted to know about our coming out story. Our coming out story. What we coming
out the closet?
Coming out the closet. Wait, you're gay?
You gay?
Sight, nah, just playing. Anyways, and actually, no, I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. But anyways, that's irrelevant.
Let's get into the video.
Oh y'all. I don't know what just hit
what
me.
the hell she going through, y'all.
Anyways, okay.
I ain't doing nothing but getting black out here.
No, it's beautiful out here. So y'all, you want to go first?
No, I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. So my coming out story was kind of simple, really. Like it wasn't nothing extravagant. Me and Sunny and I had broke up like for like 8 months, and like I was really sad during that time, and so my mom was like, I literally was crying like every day almost. Like I don't know why, but I just was. And my mom was like, what's wrong with you? I remember it was in December. It was Sunny's birthday. I texted Sunny and I had told her happy birthday and stuff, and she didn't reply. And my feelings were really hurt because I was like, damn, I went on my way to think about you even though we're not together, you know. And I was really sad. Like we were young. We were like 15. Yeah, we were like 15.
16.
Well, she had just turned 16.
just turned 16, so you were 16.
Yeah, I was 16. But we started dating when we were 15, but we broke up when we were like 16. Anyway, so we broke up for a little bit, and I was sad that day. I was like, she didn't even tell me thank you. Like, she didn't respond to me, nothing. And I was like really sad, y'all. Like, I don't know why, but it made me like super sad. And so my mom was like, what's your problem? You're always doing this. And then she asked about her. She's like, isn't Sunny's birthday coming up? And I was just like, it's today. And I started crying really hard. We were in the car, and I was just like crying. I was just like, I can't believe. So mom was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, this is deeper than, a friend not talking to me. So I was like, Mom, I don't want you to be mad at me or whatever, but I was like, and I want you to still love me. I was like, but me and Sunny were dating. My mom was like, dating? And I was like, yeah.
Dating?
She was like, dating? I was like, yes, please don't be mad at me, whatever. And my mom was kind of like, at that time, my mom was going to church real heavy. And she was like, I'm not mad at you, but you know what the Bible says. And she was like, so that's your battle to deal with. I'm not like accepting it.
I just crossed the gate.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm not accepting it. So I was like, okay, you know. She was like, and you're gonna tell your dad. So it's like, okay. So that was like, is it on 20?
I think so.
She was like, so you're gonna tell your dad. And I was like, okay. So I got home and I went in my room, and she was like, no, come tell your dad. So I don't remember, like, I didn't end up telling him right away. I kind of waited, and one day, like, he was in his, like, music room and stuff, and I went out there, and I was like, hey, Daddy, I need to talk to you. He's like, what's up? So I was like, I don't want you, you know, I said the same thing, basically, I don't want you to be mad at me or whatever. And when I told him, he kind of sat there, and he was like, well, I knew it was something else deeper, you know, than a friendship, because friends don't act like this or whatever. And I always used to want her to spend the night and stuff, and I would cry if they told me she couldn't spend the night. Mind y'all, like I said, we was 15, 16 at the time, and like, you're too old to be crying if a friend can't spend the night. But I used to be so hurt because she didn't live here. She lived in Georgia at the time when we first got together, and it was like, anytime she came, I wanted her to be able to spend the night. And so he was like, I'm not mad at you. I still love you, you know. I'm never going to stop loving you. I don't care, you know, what you love or whatever. He was like, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, both of my parents, he was a deacon. He was a deacon. He's a deacon. And he was like, I'm not, he's like, you know, of course I believe, you know, the Bible and things, but he was like, but I'm not mad. And he was like, and you know, you have to answer to God. You have to deal with that. You know, it's up to you to make your decision. And so at first, like my parents were both kind of like really heavy about that. And later on, like my mom and my dad ended up going through a divorce, and now my mom is just like whatever. Like she's like, you know what? After like when I guess when the divorce kind of came to a head, and she was like, you know, it was at the end. She came to me, and she was like, I love you regardless of what you love. She was like, regardless of whatever, and she was like, and you can still love God and still, you know, be whatever, like whatever. And she was like, so I don't care about that. Like she was like, I love you, I love Sunny. My mom never treated her like she didn't love her. You know, I don't think my mom has ever, if anything, my mom loves her more than me. Like, not even trying to be funny, literally she does. Like my mom, like I'll be sitting right on the couch and my mom will need something, or she'll want to talk to somebody and she'll come be like, Sunny this, and I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm fucking sitting here too. Like act like you see me. Hello, hello. But anyways, I think my mom now is just like whatever. So it wasn't really coming out. Like, and I mean, as far as my dad, I don't really. I mean, when we talk, he don't say much, so he just like he don't really. It's not something he acknowledges. Like he speaks to her if he needs something, you know, and both of us are able to do whatever he needs because he sells shoes. He'll ask both of us. He doesn't treat her any different. Nobody treats her. It's only one person in my family that really is kind of rude, and
But she's always been
she's
rude
just
to
a
me.
rude person in
Yeah.
general, and that's my grandma. Like, but my grandma is also really old, and nothing will change how she thinks, and nothing will change how she feels. I don't. Do you think it? Do you take it personal?
She
I
don't
don't
like
think
me, I don't like her.
Yeah, like it's a mutual kind of.
So
I mean, and I don't feel no type of way. I know people gonna be like, she don't like your grandma. You still with her? I don't take it personal because
it's let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't like her. I don't like her attitude.
yeah,
Like I don't like her attitude. She doesn't have a problem with me personally. She has a problem with our relationship.
yeah.
So it's not like she's like, oh, I don't fuck with Sunny.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
it's
like
like-
she doesn't like what we like, how we are together. Like
Yeah.
if we was just friends,
she
it'll
would-
be
yeah.
different. But so
Because when we were just friends, she used to talk to her all the time when I be on the phone with her and stuff like that. And even now, she'll still speak. Like, she's not rude. I won't say, well, let me backtrack how I said this.
she's rude.
She's rude.
She's rude.
But if they, for any reason, have to be in the same environment, like, she just won't, like, she's not disrespectful. Let me say it like that. She doesn't disrespect her.
Nah,
Let me say
you
that.
lie. Because when we was
No?
at graduation, and I tried to hold the door, she said, "Sabrina, get the door."
You're right, but like I mean like she's never said like hateful things to
Nah.
you, or like
Nah.
you know been like, hey bitch, I don't like you or nothing.
Nah,
You know
and
what I mean? Like
and
yeah.
then vice versa. I wouldn't
Yeah.
disrespect her because she still is an elder, regardless, and I do have manners. I am a respectful person.
Yeah, so like
So.
they don't talk. They don't really have nothing to
Yeah.
say to each other, honestly. And but they don't like they don't bash each other. Let me say it like that.
Nah, I
should say it
love
like that.
Tupac.
Stop calling my grandma Tupac. I told you about that. They, y'all, it's not even funny. As far as like my real dad, because when I was talking about my mom and dad, I was talking about my stepfather. But as far as my biological father, he didn't say shit. He knew first. He knew way before my mom knew, actually, because I just like he knew like we were only dating for like a month or
Yeah.
two when he found out, and I didn't really care because he wasn't an important factor, so he didn't really hurt my feelings if he cared or he didn't care. And as far as my grandma, my dad's mom, she didn't care. She was just like, that was the person that I thought was gonna care the most because she always been like in church. Damn, that went strong. She always been like,
Come on, that felt like bird box to me.
she you're aggravated. She said, cover my eyes. That felt like bird box weed. Anyways, y'all. So she didn't care. She was just like, okay. You know, she was always inviting her over. Even now, like I told her, like, something, we were having a conversation. I was like, oh, if me and Sunny break up, you know, you're not allowed to talk to her. My grandma said, I talk to who I want to talk to. And like, I was like, grandma, and it was like pictures. Oh, she had got a picture of us printed off that we took. When was that? It was either Thanksgiving or I don't know when the picture was taken, but there was a picture taken, and she had put it up. And I was like, grandma, if we break up, you know you have to take that down. But then I looked right next to the picture, and my mom and dad prom picture was still up, and they haven't been together for 16, 17 years. You get what I'm saying? So my grandma was like, I'm not taking nothing down. Like, she's a part of the family now. So, you know, and my uncle them, they cool with it. Like, everybody cool with it. Like, pretty much, except, like, literally except my grandma on my mom's side. Like, she just, but like I said, they don't argue. They don't, you know, go back and forth. She doesn't disrespect her in a manner of, like, bashing her or making her feel less of a person or nothing like that. So, you know, and that's my whole thing. And when it comes, and y'all might look at me like I'm really weird because I make people respect her even if they don't agree with it. I don't really have family members that don't agree because they just don't, like, they don't agree, they don't fuck with me. But, I mean, I make my grandma respect her, like, because this is somebody that I love. You know what I mean? This is somebody that I want to be with for the rest of my life. And if you don't like her, that's fine. But, like, you're going to respect her just as if you respect me because we're one. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to let nobody treat her any kind of way or do nothing to her. But that's pretty much mine. It was pretty easy. It was simple. Like, I mean, shit. That was that.
Oh, we done?
No, you gotta go.
Girl. Mine pretty easy too. Actually, I wasn't even the person who came out to my family.
To neither one of them, actually.
Not to my mom or my grandma. Which I didn't think was actually fair. I feel like I got a piece of skin coming up on my nose.
You do, but just
Alright, so I wasn't even the one who came out. Whatever. My mom wasn't even home when she found out that I like girls. She was in Florida, and like Kel said, we was sitting in Georgia at the time. Me and Raquel had only been dating, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks before my mom even found out. My cousin, I don't claim her no more. I don't claim her no more, but yeah. She came to my grandma's house. My grandma that stays here, or whatever. She came to her house and was like, "Oh yeah, did you know Pre got a girlfriend or whatever?" And so my mom was like, she called me and she said, "Do you have something you want to tell me?" And so I went to looking around, like, I didn't get in trouble in school or nothing. Like, did a teacher call you and say something, or did something happen? And she was like, "No." She said, "I think you got something you want to tell me, but you gonna wait till I get home. We're gonna talk about it, whatever." So the whole week that she was down here, I'm thinking like, damn, let me make sure I do all my work. Let me make sure I be good in school, you know, because like I'm confused. Like, what is it that she would want to talk to me about? Because I haven't done anything. And then when she got home, she didn't even speak to me. She just came in there and said, "So you like girls?" And at the time, I was on the phone with Raquel, and I started laughing. And she said, "No." She said, "The shit not funny." So now I'm laughing even harder because what you mean? Like, why you coming at me like this? And so she's telling me like somebody else told me. So I'm asking her, like, who told you? You get what I'm saying? She said their name. So I'm like, damn, like, that's how we doing it. Like, you could at least waited until I was ready to say something because I wasn't ready yet.
I'm sorry. And to this day, like, when we asked her about it, like her mom, or we talked to her about it, she's like, her main thing was she wasn't upset.
Yeah, she just
that
wanted
she
me
liked
to...
girls. She was upset that she had to find out from somebody else.
But the thing is, I was going to tell her. I just had to wait till she get back. Because that's not something you tell your mom over the phone. That's something you have a conversation with face to face. You get what I'm saying? Like, you sit down with them and talk about it. But I didn't get that chance, and I felt like that's something that was important to me because that's a part of me. It shouldn't have been anything that came out of somebody else's mouth out of jealousy or out of hatred towards me, because that's all that it was. And I haven't even done anything to them. You get what I'm saying? But it's always been like that. Like, they always take shots at me. But pretty much, and after that, my mom, I wasn't even the one to tell my grandma. Raquel was.
It was an accident.
She called my mom's phone, and my grandma answered. And
we were
arguing. She called my mom's phone. My grandma ended up answering the phone, whatever, because she was closer to it. And she was crying on the phone and just saying. And then my grandma said, "Ha! I knew it. I knew y'all were more than friends."
I was so confused.
And then afterwards, my grandma, she didn't talk to me for a couple days because she was like, she don't like, you know, same thing my mom said. She don't like to listen. I mean, like, hear stuff from other people when I could have came to her and said it too, but.
And her grandma, her grandma's main thing was, we were young, like, we were really young, and it was kind of like, are y'all experimenting things? Are y'all just bored? Like, is this sure? Y'all too young to even be dating right now? Because we really were, like I said, we started dating at 15, and it was like we both like, and like I said, we were living in two different states, so we were young, trying to do a long distance relationship,
Yep.
and trying to find ourselves. Like, okay, wait a minute, is people gonna be upset that we like girls? Like, it
Right.
was really hard. Like, and her grandma did have a point. We were young, and so when we did break up for a little bit, and we end up, getting back together, and we've been together strong ever since. But that, I think that was her grandma's main thing, because she
Yep.
said that to me on the phone. That's what she said to
But
me.
my mom love Raquel. She talked to her on the phone. She get mad when Raquel don't call her. So she don't even get mad when I don't call her. But just when for some reason she get mad when Raquel don't call her, she be like, "Oh, tell Raquel she didn't have to talk to me because she didn't know how to call me." My grandma said the same thing. She called her Rah Rah or Honey Bun or whatever
Pops.
whatever
Oh, how did
name.
Pops find out?
Him and my grandma talked about it. So yeah, basically. But my granddad, he loved her. He called her Ricola, and he loved her so much. I don't know why.
I don't really know how Grandma Peaches found out. I think she just like she just knew. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
really a that she's never like. And once again, vice versa. Like, her grandma is cool. Let me tell you, I love her family. All of them. They are like, they're my own family. I just love them so much. And her grandma, she never has. I don't know. She just never like. She doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But she doesn't like.
My grandma, she doesn't discriminate against people
There we go.
for
That's the
their
word I should've used.
sexuality or what they believe in, but she feels as if my grandma goes to church too, just like Raquel grandma does. But my grandma she's basically like the type of person that says what you believe in is your belief. I can't go against that, but what you won't do is disrespect my beliefs, basically.
Yeah.
But she still accepts Raquel. She loves her. She tell her, "Oh, you part of the family. You can come over and sit with me anytime."
Yeah.
Or basically, but my uncles, one of my uncles, he goes back and forth with her. One day he likes her, the next day they're not friends, but he love her all the same because he says that he loves anybody that I
And he
love.
did,
So.
and he actually told me that one day, because I used to work night shift, and so I was home during the day, and Sonny was still in school. And he told me, he was really honest with me. He was like, I don't like the fact that my niece like girls. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't. He was like, but I love whatever she loved, and I just ask that if you're gonna be with her, help make her be greater. Like, don't bring her down, and don't, make her like shy away from her goals. Basically, is what he was saying. So, I know like everybody's not gonna agree with it. So,
Yeah.
if you're trying to come out to your family, just be open to everybody's opinion. Like, what I'm trying to say, what the AC or me, whatever.
You never let me finish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was just
Continue
gonna say
what
no.
you're
I was
saying.
just about to say this. Like, if you're trying to come out to your family, just understand that everybody is not going to agree with it, but make sure that you let people know that this is you, this is what you want to do, and if they don't like it, they don't have to be a part of it.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have to change how you feel or what you like or want for anybody else, because it's not really no one else that has to live with it. It's just you, because they can go on about their business. They can stop talking to you anytime, and you still feel this way, but now you feel bad that you feel this way because somebody who doesn't talk to you anymore don't like it. But who cares? Fuck what anybody got to say. And fuck how anybody feels. I mean, like, you always should take people's feelings into consideration, but at the end of the day, it's your feelings that matter. It's you who matters. When it comes to your situation, nobody else really matters. I mean, it's great to have support and have a good support system behind you to know that you are loved, because you are loved regardless of what you like, regardless of who you like, or, you are still a loved person.
You are, and
And
nobody
you,
can take
and you
that.
are still accepted into a community regardless of what anybody else says. But anybody else says.
So, what was the hardest thing about your sexuality that you battled with when we first got together? Like, what was the hardest thing?
Nothing really.
No?
Nothing was really hard. I mean, like, I've always been like me, so I never had no problem with expressing myself. I never had no problem with, anything. I have a bad attitude, but that's about it. But that don't really have nothing to do with my sexuality.
I think the hardest part for me was the fact that I was raised in church, and it was really hard for me to feel like I could love God and still like girls, and now it's like I'm to the point where nobody can tell me otherwise. I know God is still gonna bless me. I know that I can still pray to Him. I know that God still loves me, and that was the hardest thing for me. Was I felt like I felt like I was finna just, I don't know, like I felt like God didn't love me. I felt like He didn't care about me, like He was gonna take away anything He had given me because I was going against what He said. But I also know now that God loves everybody, and God doesn't, no sin is bigger than another. And regardless of how people feel about it, it's what I'm attracted to, and it's, who I am. And God is not going to turn away from me because
Of what you love or
right,
what you
because God,
yeah.
He's not gonna do that. And so that's the main thing that I dealt with when we first got together. That, and just not feeling like my mom 100% accepted me. But I know now that it wasn't that. It's just like parents have a plan for your life, even though it's really weird to have a plan for another person's life. But my mom had a plan for my life, and it wasn't, when I didn't go on her plan, it kind of shifted her thinking, and so she had to refigure out her plan for my life. And I think now she's kind of stepped back from trying to plan my life and allowed me to live my life, and things have run a lot smoother. And that was the two biggest things that I dealt with. And my mom accepts me 100%, and she accepts everything I do. Like, a lot of parents, even like non-sexuality wise, a lot of parents don't like really support their kids doing YouTube because they feel like it's a miss or hit. But last night my mom said something to me, and I'm gonna keep that to myself in between Sunny because she was there. But it was really sacred to us, and I don't want to share that with the world because then people pray on your downfall. But what she said to me last night allowed me to know that she does support whatever decision I do, and I just want to tell her thank you for that. And I want to thank Sunny's mom too, because she keep us going. Like, and Gigi, let me tell y'all, Sunny little sister Gigi and Jaden, both of them, like, they'll be like, when y'all gonna post? I haven't watched no video, or I just watched that video. Like, they are some of our biggest supporters, bro. When I tell you,
Gigi
like,
calls me every day, and she was like, "Yeah, I saw you posted today, but you didn't post yesterday, so you need to post another video today."
Like, they are our biggest supporters and everything. So that's the biggest thing that we can say, y'all. If you don't find, like, I didn't find acceptance in my family right away, but I found it in hers right away. You get what I'm saying? So it's just great, and we're great, and life is good, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We just wanted to give y'all a little story time. Our coming out story, I guess. That'll be the title of this video, maybe. I don't know. But it'll be up today. Today's Tuesday, and it'll be up today. Because we're probably going to drop 2 videos today. Because
that's the goal.
Yeah, it's time to work, y'all. We're working.
That's the goal.
And just remember, you guys, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, nobody else will love you.
Yeah, you can't find love in other places. You have to love yourself first. And if you feel like you're not loved, you can always come here. You're loved here.
Everybody's loved.
Everybody loves here. We don't
Who
discriminate.
you like, what you like, I mean,
Regardless
if you like animals.
Wait, now look.
If you like
if
animals,
you out here doing that with animals, then look, we don't have to talk.
We're gonna show you love, but we don't support that.
Yeah.
We don't.
But
like, no, I'm just kidding. No,
we don't discriminate. Everybody's loved, no matter their sexuality, their beliefs, their skin color. We don't discriminate, y'all. We still love everybody, and we love y'all.
Pretty much it, and that's it. So, you guys, we're about to get out of here. If you guys haven't already, go watch the video that we posted yesterday. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend.
And make sure y'all hit that bell down below. Don't forget, because it's waiting on y'all. I already know it is.
Period. So, you guys, we are out of here, and we will see you in the next
video. Peace.